cash those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team.
Remuneration auction is set to off.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the former MVP Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons as they match up with Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the space city of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And here's the offense now. Charles, who's the guy you chose to highlight?
The tone setter, the guy in the middle, Alex Mack. His return, never good for the opposition.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Gurley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
On 1st down, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw again is Ryan. And that one's complete to Gurley. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing again, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney merciless. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Vinatieri's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And now out comes Houston. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A nice gain at 21 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he gets it to Cooks. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
Come on, fellas.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me. No.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete. Stills. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again on second down. Watson, he's got Fuller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Watson now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Grant. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And he finds Stills, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Grant. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Play action. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 4th quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throw left side, complete. It's Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 20. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Gurley on 1st down with no blocking help there, as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again they run with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know it's a cliche, but he's a Stanford kid, so his ability to read and diagnose and make a play, you kind of figure he's got that, and he does. Nice play by Justin Reed getting near the line of scrimmage and making the tackle. But he can play the deep ball as well. Patrol center field. I just love all of his skill attributes. And when you really need him, he can jump into the slot and cover guys as well.
That goes for a gain of 31.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
On third down, Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Watson now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Texans, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, okay.